The Daintree Rainforest in Queensland, Australia is an ancient masterpiece, untouched and untamed by time.
Pretty good spot, Gaz.
At around 180 million years old, I've read it's the oldest continually surviving tropical rainforest on Earth, outliving even the dinosaurs. And believe it or not, there's a track that traverses right through it, and that's exactly what we're tackling today. Throughout this journey, I'll share what I learn, what I catch, and of course, any new words that Bad Gaz invents along the way.
This road is subject to seasonal flooding, landslips, loss of traction, potholing,
I think it's potholing.
Oh.
I've never seen that word though.
So buckle up, folks, and welcome to another Adkenture. Today's adventure starts from the mouth of the Bloomfield River, which I believe loosely marks the northeastern boundary of the Daintree Rainforest. This river is full of life, which I found out in the last video when I caught this beautiful barramundi, Mr. Whiskers the catfish, old mate Big Eye, and this shovel-nosed shark. I'm sure there's also saltwater crocs getting around too, but thankfully I haven't seen any of them. It's hard to leave this spot after so many fish encounters, but I'm sure we'll find somewhere else to fish soon enough. Anyway, let's get on the move and check out this beautiful part of the country. You coming, Gaz?
Yep.
Let's roll. Are you hot, Gaz? I'm absolutely cooking.
Yes, I'm boiling.
Windows up, aircon on.
Yep. It's way hotter than yesterday.
I should have done my workout earlier in the day before I got to peak heat.
Yep.
Because I was maximum sweat. Ooh, look at that.
Well, that wasn't like that yesterday, was it?
Left the tides a little bit close there. That water's come in, that's the tide coming in. That's a little close for comfort, isn't it? I wonder if we had tried to leave at the high tide, I wonder if we would have been stuck. Alright folks, we're on the road again. We are at a place called Bloomfield, and that was the Bloomfield River, which is in Far North Queensland. So what we're doing now is we're going to look for a track called the Bloomfield Track, which is I think it's a fairly famous type of road. It's meant to be really, really steep, isn't it, Gaz?
Yeah.
Whoop, hang on a second. A plastic bag has escaped the car and Bad Gaz is in hot pursuit.
Bad Gaz chasing this plastic bag. I hope it takes off just before she gets to it. Oh, she got it. She's worried about being in the front yard for sure.
Gaz has done it. Oh, I love it when stuff like that happens. Anyway, where were we? Back on the road towards the Bloomfield Track, and first we're stopping off for a quick flickaroo. Welcome to Ayton. We find this beautiful little pontoon zone just around the corner. I cruise down there and see that the sign says that no fishing is allowed, so we won't be busting out the rods just yet. There's also this gentle reminder to be very, very careful along the edge of the water. The adventure just keeps getting bigger and bigger. We've got a wild dog over here which doesn't seem to have an owner, and he's just eating random stuff that he finds. Seems pretty friendly, but also looks a little bit evil, so I'm up on high ground here. Hopefully we can get him to move on. On the way to the Bloomfield Track again, but no distractions this time, Gaz. We cruised for about 10 minutes before passing through the Aboriginal Shire of Wujal. Apologies if I got the pronunciation wrong there. We then snaked back over the Bloomfield River, and within minutes found ourselves at a sign indicating we're at the start of the track. And to be honest, it sounds a little more hectic than I was expecting. Ooh, back on the dirt, Gaz. Oh, here we go. Let's read this.
Gravel road next 32 k's. Please drive according to prevailing weather conditions. This road is subject to seasonal flooding, landslips, loss of traction, potholing,
I think it's potholing.
Oh.
I've never seen that word though. It does look like potholing.
Potholing and fallen trees. This is an advisory sign only. The road could become impassable without notice at any time.
Impassable.
Impassable?
What do you reckon, Gaz?
Sounds interesting.
We jumped out, snapped a quick pic, and now we're back on the way. Hopefully it's not impassable. Better look out for those potholes.
Hey, shut up. Entering the forest.
Here we go, Gaz.
A bit bumpy. Not like Cape York though. Wow, this is cool.
Well, how how cool is this? The rugged 33-kilometre cruise through the Daintree, one of the oldest rainforests in the world, begins. It's hard to see through the camera, but we're going uphill pretty quickly here, and it's not long until we pass another warning sign. Clearly this track can be pretty serious at times, and it's probably worth checking on conditions before you get there, which Bad Gaz and I have not. Oh, here's another warning to watch those potholes. Thankfully though, we're here towards the end of the dry season, so I'm thinking this is probably about as dry and easy as it gets. Is that how it goes, Gaz?
Not with the duck face. I'll take it a selfie. Oh, Jesus.
Whoop, pothole attack.
It's all happening, guys. Save the rod. We just went past the sign and said engage low range, so we should probably do that, I guess.
The Cruiser is a part-time four-wheel drive with this secondary gear selector, and I've just selected a low 4 here to give us a bit more go up hills and some engine braking on the way down.
Yeah? Low range.
We're still technically in two-wheel drive though, as the Troopy's got manual locking hubs on the front 2 wheels, which I haven't engaged, as I don't want to bind up the system because the road surface is still pretty solid.
What have we got here, guys?
Oh, a bit of water.
It's hardly a water crossing, it's more of a puddle, but
That's fun.
still cool.
Yeah.
Slow and steady, eh, Gaz?
I wonder if there's any fish in there. No.
I'll get out and fish, Gaz.
No. Shouldn't have said anything.
I'm not sure about the fish, but I have read that this zone is a bit of a biodiversity hotspot with rare plant species and some interesting wildlife, including cassowaries and tree kangaroos. So let's keep the eyeballs peeled. For anybody who doesn't know, a cassowary is kind of like a really tough looking emu with a rock thing built into its head. And I'm not sure what a tree kangaroo is. I assume it's not a kangaroo that gets around in the top of trees, but I guess we might find out if we see one.
You can't see in the video, really, but it's so steep. Oh god, 23% incline, is that right?
That's what it says, guys. Let's go.
Again, it felt so much steeper in the car than it looks through the camera, so to give you some perspective, here's what I found on the interwebs about a 23% slope.
Making the car work.
Troopy loves it.
That's good. Truck noise.
Slow and steady, Gaz. 10k per hour, second gear, low range, putting along nicely. 2,500 RPM.
I've read that the construction of this track was protested back in the 80s due to the impact it would have on the otherwise relatively untouched rainforest. I wonder if, as a result of the protesting, it was built pretty conservatively to minimise its footprint, and if that's why in some sections it basically goes straight up rather than winding its way up hills with multiple cutbacks at a lesser gradient, like many other roads do in other mountainous areas. Who knows? Not me. Just wondering.
Now we're going 20% downhill.
At the bottom of this little descent, we found ourselves a bit of water. And for those of you who've been following along for a while, you know what that means. Yep, that's right. It's time to bust out the fishing rods and see if there's any fish about. But first, let me help out Bad Gaz.
Someone's grumpy because I left them on the other side of the little water crossing.
Yeah, and I've got runners on.
You're
we
alright.
don't have thongs. Why is that?
Follow my lead, Gaz. We'll be alright.
I'm going to get wet feet.
No, you're not. Watch this step. Ready? To here. To here. Alright? You can do it.
If I get wet feet,
You can do it. Take your time. You won't get wet feet if you follow me.
Will Bad Gaz make it across without wet feet? I don't know, but the suspense is killing me.
Yeah, right foot to that little bit sticking out. Yes. Nice work, Gaz. You did it. Oh.
Hurry up.
Good work, Bad Gaz. Grumpy bum. Now I'm going to have a flick in there. I reckon I can catch a fish in 10 casts, Gaz. What do you think?
Maybe not in this water. Yeah, you always say 3 or 5, but you end up having like 10 anyway.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, oh, can I have one more, Bad Gaz? Oh, just one more.
Oh, that was a shit knot, wasn't it? Let's cut off the tag end, Gaz. You want to come and watch?
I can watch from here. I'm getting smashed by flies.
Yeah, I'm getting smashed by flies. All right, back to the little water crossing here. Ow. Be nice if I had a pair of thongs, Gaz. I'm gonna try to get over that end so if a car comes, I'm not in the middle of the road. Ooh, look at this. This looks super cool. First cast. Gaz and I agreed on 10. Cast number 2.
Hey, cool, a little frog.
Cast number 3. Cast number 4. Not the best cast. Alright, I'm going to move back over a bit so I can try to cast to that dark, gloomy corner. What am I up to? I think this is 5. Oh, that's right to the back corner. Right to the back. A couple of little fish in there. Alright, last cast, I'm going for that deep, gloomy corner. Fell a bit short, but anyway, it'll do. No fish. Gaz was correct. I must say, I thought we might catch a little barramundi or a little triangle fish in there or something, but not to worry, back on the road.
So where's all the fish?
The fish, I caught like 3. I just took a quick photo and threw them back in.
Oh yeah.
No, I actually caught nothing.
I know, because you would tell me if you did. You'd come back so excited.
Oh well, Gaz, there's always the next water hole. Plus, I caught a catfish this morning. That was cool.
Had a barra yesterday.
Yeah, that barra was so good. God, I haven't stopped thinking about that barramundi.
I know, every time I see you looking at the photo or something.
Should I put a photo of it here, just so we can all enjoy it again?
After a bit more smooth cruising, we find ourselves at the most beautiful section of track so far. What an amazing part of the world this is indeed.
Here's Bad Gaz on the pots and pans. We've set up to make some lunch. This is that lovely little river we just drove through. Really scenic looking place. I've got a Zupa Duper, of course, and I'm going to get the fishing rod and head over there and have a quick flick. Have a look at this. Very nice. See a little bit of fish action over there too, which is promising. Let's try and drop that lure where that action was. It's not too far off.
In addition to barramundi and catfish, I'm sure there's other tropical species that love the conditions that this unique location provides, such as jungle perch and grunters. Hopefully we can pick one of those up if we have a few flicks around.
I'm going into the snag zone here. Oh, hit a tree.
Perhaps this fishing spot is so secret that even the fish don't know about it. Oh well, there's certainly worse ways to spend 5 minutes.
Last cast for now. I reckon Bad Gaz will just about have that food ready to roll. Coming! Oh no! Oh yeah, got it back. Alright, let's go have a look. What on earth is happening with this tree, Gaz?
A bit tangled.
It's tied itself in knots.
We sit under this cool windy tree and ate this chicken and rice, but now it's time for the next mission. Sorry Mum, I know you won't like this bit.
I think I might go for a quick dip in there, Gaz, just in the really shallow ankle deep part. What do you reckon? Would not recommend, but I am pretty confident I can go in there without getting nibbled on by a crocodile.
It's super shallow.
Yeah, it's super shallow, it's super clear. I think I'm going to risk it. Have a quick rinse, hey? I do not recommend though.
Just having the wash. Do you feel fresh?
Nah, not really. These rocks are sharp, Gaz. It's very, very rare that I'll go for a dip in croc water, but as you can see, this is like ankle deep. It's super clear and I can see quite a long way, so.
But you wouldn't swim down there.
So, I do not recommend, but I thought it was safe enough to take the chance. Bad Gaz having a quick tub. Meanwhile I'm on croc watch.
Yes. That probably counts as today's shower, doesn't it?
Yep.
Anyway, we're back on the move and keen to pump out the last section of the Bloomfield track. For some context, this is the way the track makes its way through the rainforest. I was interested to see just how closely it hugs the coastline, as it doesn't feel coastal at all while you're driving it. In other news, we've driven past a sign with my name on it, and Bad Gaz insists we pull over for a photo. Well played, Gaz, well played. A short drive later, we make it to the Cape Tribulation sign. You know what that means, we have done it. We have completed the Bloomfield track.
Woohoo!
Nice work, Bad Gaz.
It wasn't too bad.
Woo! No, it's fine.
It's pretty good.
Interestingly, and I must admit somewhat surprisingly too, we haven't actually seen a Bloomfield track sign anywhere throughout our journey today. Not even on either of the potholing warning signs that we passed at the beginning. A quick search brings up some info from Wikipedia, which suggests the Bloomfield track is officially titled the Cape Tribulation Bloomfield Road, and that it spans the 30k that we've driven today. A quick Google Maps search for the Bloomfield track also brings up Cape Tribulation Bloomfield Road, so I guess we're in the right place despite the lack of signage. Anyway, that's enough for us for one day. Let's park up on the left here and walk through to the beach. Here we go, where the forest meets the beach. What's going on with your two left thongs, Gaz?
Going round in circles.
Look at your bites. Bad Gaz and I got absolutely smashed by bites this morning. Check out Bad Gaz's legs.
Well, that's just from dirt or something.
Wow.
Oh,
I'm not as bad.
yeah.
We got smashed by bugs, didn't we, Gaz? Bugs everywhere. Oh well, we'll survive. I think we might leave the video there for today. Bad Gaz and I are just going to enjoy a walk down the beach.
That's it for today. See ya!
That's it for today, but we are far from finished exploring this ancient and magnificent area. In the next episode, we're diving even deeper into the Daintree. Well, not literally diving, because crocodiles, but you know what I mean. I'm talking wild coconut water, mangrove missions, magical beaches that feel genuinely almost too good to be real, and of course, the fishing mission continues. Sooner or later, I'll get my mitts on one. So thanks for joining me, folks. Drop a comment below if you enjoyed the video, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more Adkentures.
We're going on a crocodile cruise. I hope we see one.